My name is DJ Superfly. I've been in the music industry, in the clubbing industry, mainstream, for about 45 years. I'm still active. Music is my passion, and so I suppose I'll be doing this until my clock ticks over.
Okay, to the listeners out there, my name's DJ Real Rozzano, also known as DJ Distortion, because I distort within the mainstream, I like to believe. I started I became professional DJ in 1985, started playing nightclubs. Yeah, till now, and I've played all over South Africa. I've even, played overseas, but had a nice run over the last 35 years, on the scene and contributing to the scene. So yeah, it's been quite an exciting journey. Yeah.
If you look at Casablanca in essence, you're looking at a venue that is born out of somebody that's also musically inclined, Mr. Cass Isaacs, very musically inclined. So taking it from that perspective, you should, the understanding should grow that here's a man that has a building. He's also in the entertainment industry, he also sings, he's a vocalist. So, and the venue, when he took the venue over, it was called the Stardust. He turned it into the Casablanca, and he took it from being a band venue to becoming a disco venue. And it started off with him first being the DJ. Now, if you take back the thought pattern to like 40 years, I started here playing on a system that one would laugh at this day and age from a technical aspect. But essentially what it did was, the club had 4 bass drums, 2 tops, 1 strobe, purple lights, and 1 dice ball. All right, that was the lights. The DJ box, every second, third week, the DJ box was moved around to create, as the club started making money, the owners started changing things. The atmosphere was electrifying. Electrifying in the sense that it was a wooden floor. It had drawn a strong attraction of people that was passionate about dancing. And that is what made the whole atmosphere so electrifying. It was whoever was the DJ, what he was putting out there, and it was the people getting down. The owner was a very kind-hearted person. So he would help sporting bodies, hikers clubs, bicycle clubs, bikers, people out there. It eventually went to a point that even on a Sunday, we had the highest attendance of potential models. And we would have modeling shows on the Sunday night. And we would have like meals, and we would distribute food to the people that lives around, that's hanging around, the vagrants. We would give them food. They would come knock on the door. You would give them this, that, and the other. So it was really a center of upliftment. It was a bonding, a relationship built through giving and taking, and it just was like a family. It was just a family thing. One big family. Everybody was looked after. People respected each other. There was no, inside this walls, there was no color. You come inside here, you get treated the same. And one of the main key things about this venue and this person that owned this venue, he was meticulous. He liked to be clean. Yeah. And that brought about a good feel, because once the venue is always clean, people always coming here, going here. When it was rehearsals on a Sunday, you find the grandmothers and the aunts and everybody sitting here coming to watch the rehearsals. When there was the show, they would all participate in buying tickets or selling tickets. Schools in the northern suburbs, in the southern suburbs, in the Cape Flats areas, they all used to hire buses. They all benefit out of having the events here. You know, it was, and this is part and parcel why the club was so established and so well known. But this spread, you know, besides things like cassettes that was recorded, and people that used to dance here would record the set and go home. They pay me a fee and go home and then resell it to other people. That people would copy it and resell it to other people. And by the time you look at it, it's like 70, 60, every week cassettes being sold. You know, and so this is what it was all about.
The end of the day is being a music lover and being a recipient of those cassettes and being a youngster, not being allowed in the clubs. Many people that didn't even step into these four walls had an experience from the cassettes. So that's how I really got into the clubbing thing, because my brothers, being 5 years older, they were followers of DJ Superfly and coming here to Casablanca. And how it affected me is that, like Superfly said, there was a big dancing culture. You know, the little that we saw on TV of the Temptations dancing or the OJs, you know what I mean, that Mike stood there and they danced around it. And obviously the Jackson 5 and the biggest influence of all of it, Michael Jackson. So everywhere there was guys dancing in clubs, even Superfly himself used to dance. And what happened is with us being the generation after Superfly, them being, 5 to 10 years older than us, dancing was crucial. So the boogie dancing, the Michael Jackson was big. And then obviously b-boying arrived, breakdancing arrived. And with that also came a new sound.
I think generally it depended on the individuals, because with the current system that was in existence at that time, certain people work at certain places. So maybe you got a TV before me, and then maybe that guy's father was to work on the sea, and he would be maybe videotapes, music videotapes of different artists. So it was whoever was exposed to whatever that would come to the event or at the club, and they would do that stuff here. And that's how the culture grew. And that's why it grew to a point where it, that step-up type of thing, that was way in existence here from that time already. You know what I'm saying? Because, when it eventually went to becoming the club, I said to you, like at 12 o'clock, you just see everything just dim down. Music stops, Mr. Cass Isaacs come out and he would sing a song or two or three. And then we drop a sound and somebody would drop a tune for me, maybe Cass himself, and I would come and I would dance for 15, whatever song, I was dancing. And then from there it grew to other people dancing. Then it would be to challenging, and then went to groups, and then went to individuals, and it just blew out of proportion. Now this is where it started. Like with the Rozzano is actually telling you that the seed was planted there. That hip hop seed, that the MCing, the beatboxing, that is where it grew from to where it is now. The same with freestyle dancing, the way that the music has exploded all over. It started in this walls here, man. We were the guys that we had to put in time. I had to sacrifice my schooling, because I left Standard 9 because I couldn't take the pressure anymore. A whole week I'm working at the club, then I've got to go to the school the next morning, and then I've got to, and when I come to the club weekends, it's like Friday night I play from 9:30 till 6. Then I do the matinee from about 2 till 6 or 7. Then I take a nap and I come home and I've got to play. Then I've got to come to rehearsals on the Sunday afternoon. Then maybe the show is in 2 or 3 weeks' time. Then it's Monday to Thursday fundraising efforts. But it's always, but this is where the things grew from. So we're not looking for anything. We just want the truth to be told.